Hey girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some really cute polygel shorties that are perfect for summer using products from DoubleDipNails. I do already have my nails prepped how I like to prep my nails for my manicures. I do have 2 layers of gel polish and a peel base for easy and quick removal. The polygel I'm going to be using is from the Classic Edition polygel kit from DoubleDipNails. This kit does come with the polygel brush, 6 different colors of polygel, comes with dual forms, base and top coat, nail clips, the slip solution, rhinestones, and a mini lamp. I will link a video in the cards of the unboxing of this kit. For this manicure, I'm only going to be using the white polygel, which is number 2. I am going to be using this diamond dapping dish to put my rubbing alcohol in. I'm not going to be using the slip solution that is included in the polygel kit, but that works just as well as rubbing alcohol. For this manicure, I'm going to be using paper forms, so these are sculpted polygel nails. You can use nail tips if you don't feel like you have the skill to use paper forms, but I don't really do too many tutorials with paper forms, so I figured I would go ahead and use them for this manicure. I'm just going to go ahead and apply the paper form onto my nail. I started by ripping the paper form below where the nail is. I'm just going to go ahead and stick the edge of the paper form underneath my natural nail and go ahead and stick everything down. You want to make sure the paper form is as flush against your natural nail as possible to avoid having any gaps. Once the paper form is in place, I'm just going to go ahead and start applying the polygel. I just applied a good amount of the polygel directly onto my nail. I'm going to dip the brush in the rubbing alcohol and go ahead and start smoothing out the polygel. When I apply polygel, I like to make sure the cuticle and sidewall areas are set first. That way I don't have to go back to that area after the nail has already been sculpted. Once I have those areas like I want, I did go ahead and start smoothing out the rest of the nail. When sculpting out polygel over top of nail tips or paper nail forms, you do need to make sure you have a very good even coverage of polygel over the entire nail. You don't want certain areas of the nail to be too thick or not have enough product to keep the nail structure and prevent your nails from breaking, so you want to try to get the perfect amount of polygel over the entire nail. Do keep in mind you need a good apex for the nails to prevent them from breaking. Depending on the length of your nails, that does change the placement of the apex. After sculpting out the product, I seen that I had too much for the length that I wanted, so I just went ahead and removed some of that excess polygel, and I'm just putting it over here on a lint-free wipe. I will be reusing this for a different nail, but I just wanted to make sure to remove the excess polygel. When sculpting out your nails on nail tips, you want to try to have the nail shape as best as possible. For this manicure, I'm going for very short square polygel nails, and I'm trying to make sure I have a very sharp nail shape even in the application process, because I personally don't like to spend a ton of time filing my nails. So if I can get the application as best as possible, that will reduce the amount of time that I have to spend filing the nails after they're cured. I also like to try to get the surface of the nail as smooth as possible. Again, this just reduces the amount of time you have to spend shaping and filing. Once I have the nail as perfect as I can get it, I do go ahead and cure under a UV LED nail lamp for 1 minute. After the nail is cured, you want to take off the paper form, so I'm just going to remove it from my skin and go ahead and give it a good pinch, and that just removes your paper form. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process to all of the other nails. For this manicure, I'm doing all of the nails the same color, so I'm just going to repeat the exact same process that I did for the thumbnail onto all of the other nails. I do believe that sculpting polygel over top of paper nail forms is the most difficult method of applying polygel to your nails. So if you are a beginner, I would recommend that you maybe start with applying it over top of nail tips, or maybe using full cover nail tips or dual forms. But applying polygel over top of paper nail forms is by far the hardest method of applying polygel. So as you guys know, I have started doing weekly giveaways with DoubleDipNails products. These giveaways is a way for me to give back to you guys for showing all of the love and support here on my YouTube channel. It does mean a lot to me, and I want to be able to give back to you guys. So I have started doing weekly giveaways with some of my favorite products from DoubleDipNails. So currently I am giving away 3 dip powder colors of your choice from the DoubleDipNails website, and all you have to do to enter these giveaways is to be 18 years or older. You do need to have a United States shipping address to be able to receive your dip powder products. For the actual giveaway rules, all you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and turn on your post notifications so you do not miss out on my future uploads. Because DoubleDipNails is sponsoring this giveaway, you also need to subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. I will link it down below in the description. Give this video a thumbs up to show your support. And last but not least, comment down below which 3 dip powder colors from the DoubleDipNails website you would like. Do make sure when you're commenting down below the colors that you would like to leave the name and the number of the dip powder color so I'm able to easily find it on the website. This giveaway is going to run for a full week, so next week on Friday, which is June the 3rd, I will be announcing the giveaway winner on my YouTube video. Again, I will be uploading that video on Friday, so make sure to have your post notifications on so you are notified when I upload that video. Once I announce the giveaway winner on Friday, you will have until the following Monday to respond to claim your dip powder giveaway prize. If you do not claim your giveaway dip powders by Monday, I will have to pick a new giveaway winner for that previous week. I do want to go ahead and announce the giveaway winner for last week's giveaway. For this giveaway, the winner is receiving 3 half-ounce jars of dip powder from the DoubleDipNails website. So the winner for last week is Angelica Solis. I really hope I'm saying your last name right. I apologize if I'm not. Congratulations, girl. Thank you for all of the love and support here on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and send me an email at kcnailsgiveaway@gmail.com. Again, you do have until Monday to send me an email to claim your dip powders. If not, I will have to pick a different giveaway winner. Right now, DoubleDipNails is offering a promotion on these polygel starter kits. You can use my code KC40 and that will save you 40% off of these starter kits. Keep in mind this code does only apply to the polygel kits, so it's not going to take 40% off of your entire order, only the polygel kits. I'll go ahead and leave a link for that code down below in the description as well. Here are the nails after they've all been cured. They do look a little bit crazy, but we're going to be shaping and filing. Next, you want to take a lint-free wipe with some rubbing alcohol to remove the sticky layer from the nails. Polygel does cure with an inhibition layer, which you do need to remove before shaping and filing. If you don't remove this layer, it will ruin your hand files. Next, I am taking this 80/80 grit hand file and I'm going to go ahead and reshape the edges of the nails. As I said during the application, I did try to pre-shape the nails so I don't have to spend as much time shaping and filing these nails. Even if you do try to pre-shape them, you do still need to refine the nail shape after the application just to get the shape exactly how you want. As I said, I am going for a short square nail shape. I'm also taking the same hand file and I'm going to go ahead and file over the surface of the nail as well, just to try to get the surface as smooth as possible. You can do this step with an e-file or a hand file, but because the nails are so short, I figured I would go ahead and use the hand file for a more precise shape. I'm going to be using these 3 gel liner colors from the Glow the Night gel liner collection. We have number 5, 12, and 9. These are super pigmented neon gel liners which do glow in the dark. I'm going to be using this marble mixing palette to mix up some custom polygel colors. I'm going back with that same white polygel that I used for the base of the nails, and I'm just placing 3 small amounts of the polygel in different areas on the mixing palette. I'm going to take those gel liner colors and I'm going to apply a good amount of these colors onto each of the polygel beads. If you do add colors to white, it does make them pastel, and I really don't want these colors to be pastel, so I'm applying a good amount of each of the gel liner colors just to try to prevent these colors from becoming a pastel color. Once I have those colors added, I'm taking the spatula side of the polygel brush and go ahead and start mixing the polygel with the gel liner color very well. This can be a little bit difficult because the polygel is a very stiff product. If you apply too much of the gel polish color, it will make the polygel color a little bit runnier. I'm going to be taking these polygel mixtures that we just made to do some 3D sculpted flowers. I did go ahead and start putting it onto onto the nail to sculpt out the flowers. Once I placed these polygels on the nail and started trying to sculpt them out into the flower petals, I realized that this polygel mixture was way too runny to sculpt the polygel with. So to try to thicken up the polygel mixtures, I am taking the 000 clear base dip powder, and I'm going to apply a tiny amount of this dip powder to each of the polygel mixtures. Adding a powder is going to make these polygel mixtures a little bit thicker and allow you to sculpt using these polygels. I will go ahead and say I'm not sure exactly how strong this mixture will be since it is polygel, gel polish, and dip powder. I would not recommend that you do this on other people's nails. This is just to do your own nails with. So to sculpt out the flower petals, I'm just taking the dotting tool and applying a small bead of that polygel mixture at the tip of the nail. After I've applied that small bead, I did wipe off the excess polygel mixture from the dotting tool. I did go ahead and dip that in the rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to start sculpting out the flower petal. To do 3D flower petals, it's actually very simple. You just need to do a small dent towards the bottom part of the flower petal, making sure to leave the sides and the outer areas of the flower petal raised up. I did go ahead and flash cure that under my LED nail lamp. You do want to make sure to flash cure each flower petal because the polygel does kind of self-level a little bit. You want to make sure to keep that detail that you created with the dotting tool. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same thing for 3 more flower petals. If you don't like how your flower petal is turning out, all you have to do is sculpt it back into the little ball and then go ahead and reshape the flower petal to get it how you want. I do want to say for 3D flowers, you want to try to keep everything as dry as possible. If you make the polygel mixture too runny, it's going to feel impossible to sculpt out the flower. And if you apply too much of the rubbing alcohol or slip solution, it can also deform your flower petal. So you want to try to keep everything as dry as possible. Once I have the flower petal like I want, I did actually switch over to using my flashlight curing lamp. This is a UV flashlight to cure gel products. I really like this one. I'll link it down below. I'm just going to continue and finish off this flower with 2 more flower petals. For the center of the flower, I am going to be using the yellow polygel mixture. Again, I'm just adding a little bit of the clear dip powder and mixing that together very well. I'm just going to be adding a small dot of the yellow polygel mixture to the center of the flower. And again, I'm going to cure that into place with the flashlight. I'm going to repeat the same process that I did with the pink flower using the yellow and the orange. I am going to be doing more flowers along the nail. The biggest tip I have for doing 3D art with polygel is to try to get the beads of polygel to be the same size. That is honestly the hardest part about doing 3D flowers. Because if the beads of polygel are not the same size, the flower petals are going to be big and small and it's not going to quite look right. So you want to try to get the beads of polygel to be as even as possible. The biggest perk of doing 3D flowers with polygel versus acrylic is the polygel does not cure on its own. It does have to be cured under the lamp, so you have as long as you need to sculpt out the flower petals to get them as perfect as possible. With acrylic, it does dry on its own after a few seconds of being mixed together with the monomer, so you have a very limited time to work with the acrylic. I don't really see a lot of people sculpting with polygel, and I do know why. There's not that many people that do, and it is because polygel can be a little bit difficult to sculpt with. I personally think it depends on the thickness of your polygel. If your polygel is on the runnier side, you definitely cannot sculpt with that. You have to kind of make it a little bit thicker to be able to sculpt it how you want, which again is why I added the clear dip powder to the mixture. Again, because I'm not a nail tech, I don't really know what effects that would have on the product itself. So again, I don't recommend that you do this on other people. Another helpful tip for doing 3D sculpted flowers is to try to make the center of the flower as thin as possible. You don't want too much product in the center of the flower to be able to have room for the center of the flower. So one thing I forgot to do with this nail design, and I didn't realize it until I was already finished with the nail set, is I forgot to apply a gel top coat to the base of the nail. So from what I've seen online, I don't believe that people apply the top coat over top of the flower. They only apply the top coat to the base of their nail, and then they do the 3D nail art and they just leave the nail art as is. I actually really like how that looks, and I don't know why I forgot it, but I did have to go back and top coat over top of the flowers, which is something that I personally don't prefer. So if you do want to recreate this, do make sure to apply a gel top coat underneath the 3D nail art. To give the nails a little bit of variety with these 3D flowers, I did decide to do flowers that have 3 petals and 2 petals as well, just to make sure all of the flowers don't look exactly the same. I want to go ahead and mention that this is the inspo pic for this nail design. I actually had something completely different in mind, and then I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen this photo. I thought this was so cute and I definitely wanted to recreate it, so I figured I would take this as inspiration and go ahead and do some other nail art as well. I really love how this nail set came out. I think it's so cute and perfect for summer. I will link her Instagram down below if you want to check out her other work as well. Once I had all of the flowers down on the nail, I looked at it and I kind of thought that it was missing something, so I did actually go back and do small dots of each of these polygel mixtures in between those flowers just to give it the look that I wanted. After I have all of the flower petals like I want, I did go ahead and do a full cure under the nail lamp. Here's what the nail looks like after the flower petals are all finished. This is so cute. I'm not the best at doing 3D flowers, but these turned out so cute. I'm going to go ahead and do the nail art on the other nails as well. Again, I'm taking those same 3 gel liner colors from the Glow the Night gel liner collection. For this nail design, I'm going to be doing some abstract lines. I wanted this nail design to be quite wavy, so I did a very curved line from the corner of the nail all the way down to the free edge of the nail. After I have the initial wavy line, I am going to make some parts of this line thicker than other parts. I do want to give this nail design a lot of dimension. Once I have that pink line, I did go ahead and do a 30-second cure under the nail lamp. Next, I am taking the orange gel liner and I'm going to be doing a second line following the pink. You can do this nail design with any colors of your choice and in any color order. These colors are so pigmented, vibrant, and perfect for summer. Once I have the orange gel liner down, I did go ahead and do another 30-second cure. And last but not least, I am taking the neon yellow gel liner color and I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did with the previous 2 colors. Once I have the yellow line, I did go ahead and cure that as well. I'm going back with the orange gel liner and I'm going to be doing a French tip on the pinky. Because these nails are super short, I wanted to give this a very deep smile line just to give the French tip the perfect effect. To do the French tip nail, I'm just drawing a curved line from the side of the nail down towards the center of the nail. I did fill in that corner and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Taking the yellow gel liner, I'm going to be doing another French tip on the index nail. Once I have the French tips, I did go ahead and do a half cure under the nail lamp. Next, I am going back with the yellow gel liner and I'm going to do an outline for the smile line. Next, I am taking the pink gel liner and I'm going to be outlining the French tip on the index nail. I did go ahead and cure that layer under the nail lamp. For the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing kind of the same design that I did for the middle fingernail, except I'm going to be doing 2 sections of that abstract nail art. I did go ahead and cure that layer once I have it like I want. Next, I am taking these neon rhinestones and I'm going to be pouring some of these onto the table. I'm going to be placing these around the cuticle area of some of the nails. To apply the rhinestones, I'm going to be applying them with the Bella Vena Top Coat Gel. This is included in the Polygel kits. I'm just going to go ahead and apply a layer of this onto the nail. I'm going to take my rhinestone picker and pick up the colorful rhinestones. I actually picked up this pink one and it looked way too big for the cuticle area of these short nails. So I just took that one off and I put a smaller pink rhinestone in the center at the cuticle area. Beside the pink rhinestone, I'm going to be placing more smaller rhinestones to fill in the entire cuticle area of the nail. I'm going to repeat the exact same thing for the pinky nail as well. I'm going to go ahead and apply the top coat to the middle and the thumbnail. I did go ahead and cure that layer under the nail lamp. Since I did forget to apply the top coat to the base underneath the flowers, I decided to try to add a top coat layer over top of the flowers as well. Normally I don't really like to do this because it does change the effect of the 3D flowers, but I figured I would go ahead and add a top coat since I forgot to apply one. I think it's a personal choice if you like to add a top coat over top of your 3D nail art. Let me know in the comments if you like to top coat it or if you don't top coat your 3D nail art. So because the top coat does change the effect of the 3D nail art, I did clean off the brush and I tried to wipe away as much of the excess top coat as possible just to try to keep those 3D flowers to be as 3D as possible. I did apply the shiny gel top coat over top of these flowers. I did go ahead and cure that layer and I took some after photos. I then actually went over the same nail design with a matte gel top coat, and I personally prefer the matte gel top coat over top of the shiny. After that layer is cured, I'm taking the cuticle oil, which is number 6, and I'm going to be applying this very generously to all of the cuticles. And here are the nails. I think these are so cute and perfect for summer. I absolutely love these shorties. Let me know what you think of this nail design down below in the comments. Do make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you're not already, don't forget to hit subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!